In this video, we're going to go over how to add a buyer to your new offer account. To add a buyer, simply tap Add Buyer from the main dashboard. From here, you'll be taken to the Add Buyer page. To add the buyer's information, click the plus sign and add the buyer's first name, and then last name, their email, and you can also add their cell phone number and address. If you have a second buyer, you can tap Buyer 2 and add Buyer 2's information by touching the same wafers on the side. To go back to Buyer 1, tap Buyer 1. Since this is a one buyer account, I won't add Buyer 2's information. We've also made it easy to search your contacts for an existing buyer. To search your contacts, tap Search Contacts, and we'll pull up your address book. Simply tap up the buyer's name and it will auto-populate the Add Buyer page. But since I've already added my buyer, I'm going to tap Cancel. If my buyer is with me, I can tap the Tap to Sign box and my buyer can add their initials and their signature. Simply tap and hand the iPad over to your buyer. They'll sign their initials. When they're satisfied, they can tap Save. If they're not satisfied, they can tap Clear and sign again. To add the buyer's signature, tap to add buyer signature. Then hand the iPad over to your buyer again and have your buyer sign with either a finger or their stylus. When they're satisfied, tap Save. Once you've captured the buyer's initials and signature, tap Back. Adding a buyer signature when you're adding a buyer is completely optional. There are other parts in the offer flow that you can add the buyer signature. We'll go over this in other videos. You can also add a buyer picture by tapping Add Photo. From here, you can capture a buyer photo when they're right with you, or if you have a photo of them in your library, you can add one there. When you're done, tap Submit, and their buyer will automatically be added to your main dashboard. And that's how you add a buyer to your new offer account.